All right, guys. Good morning, or good day to you, whatever time it is that this comes out, because I don't know. I think it's important for me to make these videos because I know there's a lot of new guys that follow me that are looking to get in the business or looking to quit their job and to, maybe being their own entrepreneur. And there's just a lot of things we can learn together because I like to show you guys the good and the bad. So I want to tell you, I got up early this morning. I don't know, it's about 6:37 this morning. It's really warm out today too. It's actually 70, but the humidity is really high. So if I sweat, I'm sorry. So I got the truck behind me. I ended up loading up the truck because, as you know or don't know, I got rid of Big Red, looking to replace it possibly. But with the upturn in the economy, I'm not really sure what we're going to do exactly yet because there might be a fire sale later to come. But I want to go through this truck with you a little bit, and I want to talk to you about some of the stuff that's going on in the business that I think is not so good. And there's a reason, and I apologize for the cat. Every time I come on video, the cat now wants attention. I don't understand it. But so, anyways, I already got up an hour and a half earlier this morning to assemble this truck. Now, last night when I went to the shop to go get the door, I went through it, right? Basically, really, really thorough. I found out there's not a side lock in there, which is okay. Luckily, I caught it. So I made sure to grab a couple other side locks. But, I mean, just look. I mean, it might not seem like it on camera, but there's a lot of stuff here. And there's another video I'm going to make pretty soon about this Wayne Dalton and their packaging of these non-insulated doors. I'm not a big fan. That's why I'm making sure I bring some spray paint because I know what's going to happen. And maybe I'll take you along. Maybe I'll show you when we get to the job. Just depends. We'll see. So I already spent an hour and a half getting this truck all put together, hoping it doesn't rain. There's a lot of stuff here. But I go through, and what I do, I don't have it out here, but I actually got a checklist. If you guys don't make yourself a checklist, you are just making yourself a lot of extra work. So I go through my checklist, and then I bring my checklist always with me. So that way, if I forget anything, I always put it on my checklist for the next time. It's taken me years to build these checklists, honestly. And I think what I should do in the future is I should make like on the website or something where you can like download them, if that's something you guys would be interested in. So anyways, the garage door business. Oh my gosh. So right here is a good example. Vehicles break down. This truck was in the shop. It's going to go back in the shop. It has another issue. But, that's why it's so important when you order these things. Things are correct as best as they can be. So I want to give you a cool little advice as something that happened in my business personally. The other day, yesterday actually, we're going back and forth with a builder, and originally the door was a 10 by 10. And then the builder contacted me and said something about it being a 10 by 8. And I'm, now the thing is, this has been months, and I'm sitting here kind of thinking about this going, man, I thought it was a 10 by 10. Well, anyways, imagine this, right? The builder didn't want to sign off on this until we came out and looked at the job site. Even though they didn't cut the hole in, they had some pipes in the way, right? So we end up going out there, looked at it. Then he signed off on it. Oh, he signed off. And he paid half down, which is great. So with him doing that, he ended up, he basically said, hey, this is what I'm going to build a jam to, right? A 10 by 10. Well, come to find out now, it's actually a 10 by 8. And yes, we can fix it. But the point is that now it's off us. The weight is off our shoulders because he signed. So now you can look at it and go, customer, I'm sorry, but you signed off on this and you didn't build the hole to be a 10 by 10. You built it for a 10 by 8. I don't understand what happened. So now it's going to take more time. It might cost more. It might be customization. And so now he's just going to have to understand that I don't understand what the confusion is. You signed off on a 10 by 10, but yet you made the jam 10 by 8. You just can't willy-nilly make the stuff you want. So anyways, another thing is, one of the guys, which is not wrong by any means, ended up taking a door section from one of these 10x10s. We had two 10x10s. They're insulated, Wayne Dalton something. And he took one of the bottom sections. Now, the problem was, is this was even months ago. I think this was the beginning of the year, so in January. So now they're not saying that bottom section wasn't going to come in until November, which this is my opinion. My opinion is probably that they're putting replacement sections and all this other kind of stuff way in the back burner, right? They're trying to get production out. They're trying to get the doors because obviously customers are, we know how this has been going for a while. They haven't had doors on their building. So they're trying to get that stuff out. I understand that. But it just stinks. Well, now, the little cherry on top. Oh, the cherry on top. We hear through the grapevine a little bit that possibly, can't confirm this or deny this, and this is how things would work in the world of garage doors. They're talking about changing the sections or the end caps. So what does that mean? That means a door that we already destroyed, not really destroyed, but we took a section from. By the time that section comes in November or something, who's to say they don't change the design of it? I mean, who would have ever thought of this was going to happen, right? Stress. So that's why it's so important. So now actually it's working in our favor because we took a bottom section. I told one of the guys, I said, hey, just use that door because now it's basically, instead of you take one section away, it's a 10x8. Perfect. I said, put a bottom seal on it. Make it work for this customer, this builder that signed off for a 10x10. So I just wanted to tell you guys, it's not always glamorous, People can come in and they see the checks and they see the vehicles or they see this or trust me, these business owners, these people out here, if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, just a sole entrepreneur, as much as I know, it is a ton of work and it's getting worse. I believe it's getting worse. I mean, the customers are getting gnarlier. They don't, it's not looking good on the horizon. I'm not gonna lie. I've been through the storm one time back in the '08 stuff, and it's gonna come around, and it might be 2.0, so it might be worse. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys some insight. Hey, things don't always work perfect for me either. But make yourself a checklist. Like I said, a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't see this. Your wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, secretaries, workers, they might not see this. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. You got up an hour and a half earlier than everybody else. And that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to hustle. There's a lot of work because now you got to clean this up too. So it's disappointing because especially I know this store right here, I about guarantee it, is going to have raw spots on it from where it rubs. So I bring the spray paint and it just stinks that I got to spray paint it. But I'm going to make a video because I got some that came in and oh my gosh, I haven't torn them apart yet, but I could see when I peeked in there, I looked, I went, oh, I said, it looks like raw metal. So we're going to have something for Wayne Dalton coming up here because guess what? They don't even need to spend millions of dollars and they don't even need to pay the guy that's their engineer packaging guy that they give whatever, $60, $80, $150,000 to. They could just watch me and I'll tell them the real deal. I come down there and go like this. Go, this is what you need to do. Talk to your installers. You know what? You ever think about that? I don't ever get phone calls. Do you guys get phone calls? You ever get phone calls from like GM, Dodge, Wayne Dalton, Clopay, any of these people? They ever call you and like kind of hound you and really and then solve the problem too? Like you see, you ever see that? Like I don't feel like that's enough. But yet you go to plants, right? And they walk around and they show you everything and look at what we're doing. Look what we're doing. And you're sitting there going, yeah. Look what you're doing to the guy at the end of the line, which is me and you. We know what it's like, right? And you're like, could you guys put a little extra packaging here? Well, we can't do that because that'll cost an extra penny and nobody will buy them. And it's like, when do we ever get to the point where it's like, hey, can we just get the upgrades? I mean, you do it with vehicles and stuff. When can we just pay a little extra and get a little bit nicer stuff? You know what I mean? So we don't have to worry about this for our employees, customers, all that stuff. Let's see if this cat will come to me. Since he's kind of annoying, or she. This is she. This is, which one was this? Elsa? This is Elsa. Elsa, Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye to everybody. Since you, oh, that's what she does. She always rolls on the ground. And she likes to dig her claws in. So, anyways, you guys, I hope you have a good day. Keep hustling. Keep your chin up. Keep a positive attitude. Remember, you might not be able to change the situation, but you can always change your attitude. So you might as well have a positive one, because people are watching you. So, and they're judging you. And we just might as well make this a better place for everybody, right? So, have a great day. See ya. Hit the like button. Maybe subscribe. All that good stuff. Comment below. Okay, bye-bye.